Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lies here with Weekly Wrestling Heat. We are back with another episode. We are here
What
for the
up?
Backlash Fallout
This
and
is
Raw
gonna
talk.
be our greatest episode ever
Why you say that?
Ever.
because we're recapping the greatest match ever.
This match ever. Mm.
Which, in general, it actually was a pretty better pay-per-view than we expected.
Yeah, this one was a lot more interesting.
I had my expectations at like a 4 or 5. I'd give this pay per view like a 6.75, 7.5.
I give it a 7.5, close to 8.
I give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 8. Solid 8. I ain't gonna go as
Yeah.
far as a 9, but a solid 8.
So we're all in the same ballpark, 7.5, 8. That's not bad, you know. Especially because we all probably thought it was gonna be like a 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I ain't
mean,
gonna. Yeah, initially.
like I said on Friday, we came with the expectation that it wasn't going to be good, and then it turned out to be better than expected. So I think everybody had an expectation that it was going to suck.
Yeah, it did.
So
Because like it felt like a mid card level ish type pay per view, but it actually turned out pretty decent.
it's not even that; it just felt like everything was so rushed that
And
it wasn't going to be good.
what I liked about it was they didn't throw like a crazy swerve in there to pop the marks. It was just they gave us what was advertised.
All right.
Yeah, and the
No,
matches were better than expected as
yeah,
well. So
no
it's
Bray
like,
Wyatt, no call up. Like everything was
Yeah.
just what we thought it would be.
yeah. So, man, let's get into breaking down the card. We will start with the Apollo Crews versus Andrade in the kickoff show.
I did not watch this.
I thought this
watched
match
it.
was. I watched it. I thought this match was really good. I'm loving this new Apollo Crews. This new side to Apollo Crews. I can get behind that.
And he got
Yes, I like it.
another layer tonight, which we'll talk about in our Raw recap.
So it's pretty interesting. It was a pretty good match. The interference from Owens and Garza was right, and it's escalating the tensions between Angel Garza and Andrade. So it's like I'm enjoying this a bit every time. The ending was good. If they would have gone 5 more minutes, I felt that the match would have climaxed would have ended perfectly. They did good. It would have got a solid 4 stars from me if it would have gone to the 5 extra minutes because they were going in on each other. So they weren't holding back. And then with the interference of Angel Garza and Kevin Owens, it was perfect in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the push they're giving. I like the push that they're giving them. I like Apollo Crews. Come on now. They're like this is what we've been waiting for quite some time now. So
Yeah, I didn't watch the match, but I saw the highlights. It looked good. I actually started like an hour late, so I just got right into the show from the beginning. So, speaking of the beginning, the first match was the women's triple threat match, and I thought it was a great way to open the show.
It was. The
Mhm.
Iconics were the MVPs of this match, specifically Peyton Royce. This new Peyton Royce is like this new side of Peyton Royce, more aggressive, is actually pretty interesting in my opinion.
mm, I concur. I can give you that one. It was a pretty
Yeah,
decent match. I mean, if they could keep the same energy all around, I'll take it.
yeah, and I think me and Monty both predicted Sasha and Bailey because we thought that they would go over to NXT to defend the titles on Wednesday. And then it ended with Bliss hitting the Twisted Bliss, getting thrown out of the ring, and Peyton getting pinned, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, was Bliss at the Twisted Bliss. Sasha came and threw Alexa out and got the pin for the 1, 2, 3. I think it was good. I think they're finally starting to listen to the people about the tag team division, and they're starting to ramp it up with them going down to NXT this week. I can see the Iconics getting involved in the match.
Yeah, and on Raw, it seems like they're building another tag team for the women too, which we will touch on when we get to Raw.
Yeah, we'll get back into.
the whole Lana and Natalia stuff that they're doing.
Yeah. And then we'll get back into it once we get into Raw. So that was a good match. Next match was Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this.
We all picked Jeff Hardy. We were all wrong. But then I saw the Extreme Rules logo when they advertised it, and it was all Jeff Hardy colors. And I'm guessing Jeff Hardy and Sheamus are going to probably do like
a grudge match and then go from it.
Like a ladder or a cage or last man standing, something. Yeah.
I'm quite sure ladders will be involved. I'm 100% sure of that. So
I really enjoyed this match. The one thing that turned me off was this is a blood feud at this point. You know, you got Sheamus hit and running. You got Jeff Hardy throwing piss at people. Like, this is a match that neither superstar should wait for the bell. Like, you start the brawl backstage or start on the ramp and you get in, ref splits you apart, ring the bell, then you start the match.
Yeah.
Just at the rate that y'all going, y'all might as well just mess around, just put them in the Hell in a Cell and keep it moving. Shoot.
Just FYI, WWE is suspending tapings for tomorrow because somebody one of the developmental people tested positive for COVID. So,
but WWE's already recorded for this week.
Yeah, they already recorded for this week, but next week's recordings, or I think the week after's recordings, are
in probably go live.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully everybody's good. Bad.
This is weird for Bruce Pritchard now because this was Monday was going to be his first Raw he's taking over.
First day on the job, already messed up.
Yeah, so I wonder. I'm wondering if they're going to bring in that little wild card rule, superstar shakeup thing into effect because they're probably going to do both rosters at once if they don't want to do all three shows live. They'll probably do all three rosters at once. I would be surprised if we see the Dominic call up or something either. You know, Are we going to get a name change for Dominic Dijakovic with Dominic Mysterio getting involved tonight?
That's a good question. We'll get into that once we get into Raw. All right, so that was Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Then we're getting into Asuka versus Nia Jax.
Ooh.
I thought this match was... I don't know.
This was the low point of the night for me.
Yeah, the low point of the night. I feel like Asuka is a way better wrestler, and I'm sorry, Nia is not that great in the ring. So it kind of took away from Asuka's value in a sense. I guess the best way to put it is like Nia still needs a little bit more refinement. It still feels like a couple of stuff she does is not there yet. But like I said, it's just my opinion on it. She's gotten real good on the mic. It's just the in-ring work still needs a lot of work.
Polishing.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it is with Nia. I don't know if she's still like rusty from the time off. I just wasn't interested in this match from the get-go. They did a double count out, so I'm guessing this is probably going to go to Extreme Rules as well, especially with the finish today. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a last woman standing with that referee fast count on Raw, which I'm sorry we keep going back to Raw. It's just these shows did a really good job intertwining.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was...
I have a theory, Elias. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm just coming from another place.
Wait, are you coming? Are you? Oh no, I thought you were going to say the Fast and Furious stuff.
No. What if Nia dropped a few pounds? You think that'll help?
No, it's not even that. Yeah. It's not even that. It's like because if you were talking about weight wise, you got Awesome Kong that's about the same. Nyla
Rose.
She got that speed though. But she got that speed though.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you can't blame the weight on somebody because, look at Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is not the fittest dude in in the roster. Like he still has a little.
No. I'm just talking about her, if you will. Trust me, you ain't got to ever worry about me saying about anybody's weight, especially when
No. I'm just. I
microwave
get what
all
you're
that.
saying, but it's not
Right.
even that. It's more of your in ring. So when you wrestle, you have to
Right.
know how to two things: take care of take care of the person that you're against, and then you have to
partner, yeah.
and then you have to be able to move around the ring consciously, exactly knowing where you're going. It feels like
basically control your strength and all that, right? Can we say that?
yeah, in a sense, but you still have to know exactly how to maneuver in the ring. What it feels like that's missing with her is that it just feels like there's certain spots that she gets put into that is not that she gets her back against the wall, so she doesn't know how to address those spots.
Let me bring something up here. I thought her best work was done when she was facing Alexa Bliss and she was working as a face. Do you think maybe a face turn, maybe altering the moveset a little would be better for her?
I can agree with that. I like that her best work was with Alexa Bliss.
It's hard to tell nowadays, but I'll try to look.
Because if you turn her face,
I mean, you kind of have tunnel vision because you're a Nia Jax fanatic, so like you kind of don't see it from the point that we're bringing it up from.
No. I see. No. I see what you're saying. I'm just trying to put that into consideration. I'm just thinking about it. I can see the face part. Time will tell.
And then I think her turning face is a great way to boost up Shayna's stock too.
Yeah. Because honestly, there's more heels on the Raw roster than faces in the women's division.
Yeah, now that part I agree with.
So you can afford to turn Nia Jax face and then have her do a lesser moveset than she does now, because like she finally got the Samoan drop down correctly.
And Nia's funny too.
Before,
Nia's very funny on social media, so she has that comedic factor in her too, where she could probably drop a good one or two one-liners on her opponent.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, like it really felt this match and even the rematch tonight really felt that Nia Jax wasn't really like in the same flow that Asuka gets in her matches. So like it's something fell off
because she wasn't bad before the injury. Like, yeah, okay, she hurt people before, but that happens. But I think she still has some ring rust on her. Maybe put one or two more days in the Performance Center. Have her make a special appearance or two on NXT, after this Asuka stuff. Have her make a special appearance. Maybe Tegan brings her in as a face to deal with Reina or something,
Yeah.
Hell, I'll even go as far as to switch Charlotte with Nia Jax. I think that'll help.
That another we're talking about weight. Tamina is a mom of two who's a little more on the heavy side, and she's great in the ring.
That's true.
I wouldn't.
Tamina and Bayley had a good match, bro. Everyone thought that match was going to be like a snooze fest, but that was a good match.
Tamina's a really good in-ring worker.
Whoa. I never said that.
I'm just saying, like,
okay.
I'm just saying, like, in general, like, Tamina's a real good in-ring worker. She doesn't have the spotlight that most of these girls have.
Yeah,
she keeps getting injured. She keeps getting injured, so she keeps going on IR every freaking 7 to 8 months after she returns.
So does Nia nowadays.
That too. So the question is, does it affect her stock in the long run if she keeps getting injured?
I think you put them together as a tag team.
I just don't want Tamina to end up like Samoa Joe. That's all I'm saying.
I think with Tamina, you either put Tamina and Nia together, or you put Naomi with either one.
Yeah. So
I just need to see more from Tamina. That's all.
If you want to keep Nia as a heel, have Bliss attack Nikki Cross and be like, "You were never my best friend. My best friend's a monster." And team Bliss and Jax up because you already have the story there.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Next match was Bobby Lashley versus. Oh wait, no. Universal Championship, Braun Strowman versus The Miz and Morrison, which Braun Strowman won.
This was way better than I thought it would be. A lot of people crapped on this match, though.
It was interesting. I'll let you have that.
I thought Morrison looked like a beast.
Yeah, Morrison did look like a complete beast today.
The corkscrew over the top rope, the disaster kick that Cody does, like he did it really well there too. There was a funny spot where he was pinning Braun and Miz pushed him off because Miz wanted to pin.
I remember that.
I don't want Miz and Morrison to break up, but I feel like they can do more breaking up. But I thought their music video was hilarious.
I thought so too.
No. Keep Mr. Taxi. That's just how I feel about it.
All right. Then we get into what I thought was a pretty nice match between Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley with Drew McIntyre getting the win.
This is how the Jeff Hardy Sheamus match should have started.
Yeah, I agree.
Attack Jeff from behind, put him in a clover leaf or like a chokehold or something. Yeah.
This match to me was cool, but I feel like it could have been a lot better. Minus the interferences, minus the MVPs, respectfully. Minus the Lana.
I don't think you needed to get Lana involved for that big of a spot. Like Lana should just walked out, and like they shouldn't have done the whole apron stuff with her.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, the match was pretty solid.
Yeah, the match was solid. It had some spots in there. I'm looking at Bobby like this is how y'all should have pushed him to begin with. Shoot. But of course, yeah. In the beginning.
I mean, he'll get there. It's.
We gotta see who Bruce.
Time's ticking. The time's ticking. That's all.
We gotta see who Bruce Pritchard is pushing too. You know.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think for the most part he'll keep a lot of. We'll get into it once we get into Raw. But all right. Then we got an unexpected segment where the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders brawl across a performance center, which I thought was really funny, really entertaining.
Angel's not here, but he crapped all over it.
Well, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Who's that? Who's the devil?
You, because you appeared right when we got to your favorite match of the Street Profits and Viking Raiders backstage brawl.
Fucking joke of a segment.
We all enjoyed it.
Hey, come on now. Hey, we enjoyed it. You tripping.
So you start this off, sir.
I'm gonna let you. Yeah, we're gonna let you talk. Go.
What happened?
Why did you not enjoy it?
There's no purpose to what happened.
Actually, did you watch Raw tonight?
That's not this is the pay-per-view. This isn't the setup for Raw.
It seemed like every match this was the setup to what's going to happen at Extreme Rules.
Well, that might be true, but not all of them.
I mean, to be honest with you, it was a good segment. And then it introduced a new group, which is with Akira Tozawa and a motorcycle ninja gang.
I don't think the ninjas are around. Sorry.
Yeah, I hope not.
Bruce can walk in there and
because
damn ninjas off my screen.
But I'm saying like this, even without the ninjas, it was a decent segment.
It looked like they were beating the hell out of each other. It was a stadium brawl with 4 or less people.
No. The stadium brawl had character build and character development. This was just stuff happening.
Ivar had flashbacks to all the women saying he was beautiful.
This was stuff happening. This was not a segment. This was just stuff happening.
Dude, the Stadium Stampede match was the same.
But it all had character reasons for stuff happening. What the hell is a ninja doing in the middle of this match?
Introducing a new character.
Because we're getting the Viking Profits.
Jesus Christ.
I
think the thing that upset me the most on it is more just the placement, right? Like we just had that.
You had
hell of a match with Drew and Lashley.
You had to do it because the greatest match ever looked even greater after this.
Well, yeah, because the bar is so low.
No,
this wasn't even a match. Who won?
Nobody.
Look, okay, wait. I know how Christian will completely change his mind on, or sorry, not Christian. I know how Angel completely changed his mind on all of this. If this leads to a Survivor Series match where the Profits and the Viking Raiders dominate whoever from SmackDown and NXT, would you be happy because it shows the power of their teamwork?
No, because I don't care.
Damn.
I just don't care.
What did you like about it? Because I love the bowling ball and the flashbacks and everything about it.
I like the freaking
Moist,
how
freaking
Ibar called the turkey leg like it was Mjolnir. Like
yes.
Like it was funny. Like you need stuff like that. It can't just be straight things. They build up to what's gonna be another tag team. Finally, their tag team title match next week.
Angel, remember it's sports entertainment, okay?
Krishan, shut up. I bet you're in last place. I didn't even look at the scores.
He won the week.
He won this one.
That's how bad of a pay-per-view it was then.
Forget you. Angel.
Hey, by the way, if he had picked Nia Jax, I don't know if y'all mentioned this, he would have half won and gotten a point from me.
But he didn't need the point from you. That's what
I didn't.
Yo, I look super out of focus.
But you look fine.
No, you straight. You good, man.
You look fine.
Before we get to the greatest match ever, tell us what you thought of the first 4 matches. If there was anything you enjoyed or anything you want to mention.
On the first 4 matches,
yeah.
So I'm kind of sad that Apollo. Or we're talking about pre-show too, or
yeah, if you want to talk about
pre-show.
Yeah, if you want to go there, yeah.
As far as the pre-show is concerned, they put on a show for like 8-10 minutes, wasn't it? Like 8 to 10 minutes. And I really like that match. I wish they had more time. I'm glad that they decided to do that women's tag match as like a triple threat tag team match.
It was a good opener. Really
good opener. And the women's matches have opened the show really well on the past couple of pay-per-views, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of, eventually they'll be moved up with the card a little bit more.
But I was telling them, I feel like they're finally starting to listen to people about the tag team championships. So now that they're starting to build up these new teams and starting to do stuff like that, I think they're headed in the right direction in that aspect.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens on Wednesday with them too. Hardy, it was a surprisingly good match. I wasn't around too much with Sheamus, so I've never really seen him. He looked really good.
He's a hard hitter, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And what else was there? That was the Universal. God, what the heck was that? Commentators are terrible in that match. Did it bug y'all that they kept saying that the odds have never been higher, even though he had a triple threat like the past pay-per-view?
The odds were
I think like it was 1-3. The other handicap, the for the Intercontinental title, I guess it was.
Yeah, the 3-on-1 with Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then for the match to have been changed from a handicap match to a whoever pins him, or from a co-champions to a whoever pins him gets the title, kind of doesn't make sense, because then it's a triple threat match, really.
I said that from the beginning. I never really cared for it.
It just didn't make sense.
None of it did.
I feel like they wanted a reason to have something happen with Morrison or Miz and Morrison.
Morrison and Miz, yeah. We came to a consensus.
What's that?
Did you like the music video?
Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. Although they messed it up in the middle of the ring. They were trying to get the crowd in on it, and they said it at different times.
Yeah, stupid NXT students.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they're in NXT, right? That's why they're in NXT.
And then you enjoyed the world title match, too, you were saying, right? The Universal title match, the Bobby and Drew.
Oh, Bobby and Drew was awesome. Until the end.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Did y'all talk about the news where someone, I forgot who was, reported that the match had been
talked about it. Somebody.
No. He's talking about something else.
Oh, wait, no, wrong thing.
The whole match was already set up by Heyman. Like MVP and all this and blah, blah, blah. And this is how the match would go, guys. And then the ending was influenced by Vince, where Lana interferes.
Which I usually
Vince go back to bed.
Here's what I'm going to say about this, Monty. I wouldn't like that, but I'm happy they're splitting Lana away from the whole thing.
I'm
Please
glad.
do.
I'm glad she's going to be
I am
gone.
too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, please get out of here.
But, I just don't like it being during a pay-per-view championship
So
match.
what I told
Now I
Monty,
agree with that part.
what I told
I agree
Monty
with that,
was
Angel.
Lana could have just walked out. They shouldn't have done any of the apron stuff.
Well, yeah. If she had walked out, and I mean, even then, I don't know how I'd feel about it. Maybe if it was like in the middle of the match, but I feel like Drew's been such a good champion. Let him get a clean win. But I'm all for if this is the reason that we're going to get another match from these guys.
Might as well. It better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I mean, the match itself was good. The ending kind of sucked because of the interference
That's
spot,
right.
but the
right.
match was really good. Like you can't even lie about that one. It was
match
really entertaining. It was really
It was good and it was
Yeah.
hard hitting. That's why I didn't want it to end like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And we know these guys can put
All
on a
right.
good match in TNA.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
Yeah.
you didn't enjoy anything in the tag team spectacle that we got, right?
There's spots where I laughed, but it didn't mean anything to me. And I feel if I'm watching a pay-per-view, hey, this is the first one I've technically paid for,
why
by
do
the
you have
way,
a
guys.
damn axe in your hand?
What?
I'm like,
Oh, the
Eyeball,
axe.
why do you have
Yeah.
a damn axe
No.
in your hand?
For this to be the first one that technically I've paid for, I'm kind of upset that this was after that match and before the greatest match ever.
you needed a cooldown spot. So eventually between if a match like the McIntyre Bobby Lashley was
They
good,
would have
you need
put the triple threat women's match here if they didn't do that.
Put I'd say that, or
Apollo Andrade.
because Apollo, I was gonna say, or the Apollo Andrade, and then move this to have been on the pre-show. That's a fun thing for the pre-show.
But
because
this was the
it's
thing
not-
that trended the most overnight on Twitter.
I don't doubt that. That's the
But
problem.
that's what WWE wants, right?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why I get it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's building up to eventually the match, and we'll see how that match goes next week.
it made the
So,
NXT match look really good. Cinematic match.
Yeah.
And at one point, that Jordan Anogbe guy was trending on Twitter.
Yeah, because people found out who he was. Yeah. I remember when he
I didn't know
signed.
who that. Hold on, who was that anyway?
He's a
He
former
played-
basketball player.
He was the center at USF. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when USF was like getting Sweet 16, I think, and all that.
So that was
Yeah, when they were good.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Big
He
dude,
just-
big dude.
Something happened when they were evaluating him, I think, and so he decided to try wrestling.
I think he had like an internal condition or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
that could be. Hold on. So what you're saying is, seriously, when you think about it, and I'm just going out on a limb here, Moise. Don't kill me, Elias. That could be the Undertaker's replacement.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
no.
We got
No,
Damian
kill
Priest
yourself
and
on that
Dominic. We got Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest and Aleister Black on the roster.
Oh man, Black.
Black.
I
Aleister
want
Black
with
is the
Heyman
character
so
that I would
bad
expect.
now.
I think it's going to be Priest.
So,
Yeah, it could be, but like just I don't know.
I don't care.
I'm looking
either
forward to
Priest or
Heyman maybe
Black
being on
or
TV.
both of them. Yeah. So all right.
Oh,
let's
wait, what
get
if that's the
into
feud?
main
Damian
event.
Priest. Hold on, sorry. Priest is being helped by Heyman. Brock comes back. We get Damian Priest and Brock. Would y'all like that? Because Brock's like, well, what the
I
hell,
would love
Heyman?
that.
And maybe we can get a face turn for Brock for like probably his last, set of runs
So
here.
when we get to Raw, I'll tell you what I said before you got on. Because there's a video that went on Twitter that a lot of people didn't watch. MVP recruiting Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh.
So maybe
Oh, that's hilarious.
every faction eventually breaks up. You have Bobby destroy Shelton Benjamin one week, and that's when Brock comes back.
Mm-hmm. So this is a complete side note because I got lost on WWE Network last night after Backlash. I watched
Right.
Backlash 2006, maybe. The opening match was Team Angle versus Los Guerreros. And
I
that
remember
was
that match.
That was the one great match. But the the last match of that was Goldberg Rock. I'm pretty sure it's 06. It might be a different one.
Oh, 03.
Backlash 2003.
Yeah,
Three.
03. That's what I was thinking. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rock Goldberg. Something else was 06. But yeah. So just you brought up Shelton Benjamin. It made me think of Team Angle. It was him, right?
I love
Team Angle.
Yeah, him and Charlie.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, it was so great because it's funny because the Titantron was Kurt instead of those guys. But sorry, side note. Let's get to the final match.
So the greatest wrestling match ever. I thought it was a great match.
That was an A+ match. I'll give y'all that one.
Dude, to be honest with you, I came in thinking like the way the amplified audio kind of took me off a little bit, like how they input the crowd. But great tribute to Howard Finkel. One. Like I love the intro from Howard Finkel. And then Charles Robinson in that old school WWF uniform, that made the match even better to me as far as nostalgia goes. But the match itself, God, I've never expected this match to be this as good as it was.
But then also, I just want to throw in a side note, Elias, also with the camera angles they were using in this match, making it had that kind of nostalgia. That was pretty decent too. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah, at the lockup when they went under the wrestlers, that was really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. As far, I don't want to be negative about it.
I got a question.
They treated Fink bad the time before when he came with CM Punk at MSG. I think that's more of what they thought of him, and just because he has passed now, it's kind of sad to see that now they're going to treat him well.
Well, they said he was always getting a paycheck from Vince until his last day. So.
Do what?
Right.
Yeah.
He was always on WWE's payroll even after he left the company because Vince respected him so much.
It's just the on-screen presentation before was kind of upsetting.
Fellas, I got a question. Now, after the match ended, what did Randy Orton say to Edge? I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Oh, I read your daughters, Lyric, and I forgot the other girl's name. Rose and Lyric, I think.
I think that's
go
right.
Home to bet. I ended you. Something.
I ended you. Say hi, tell them their Uncle Randy says hi. Is what he said at the end.
That man is a savage.
So we're
Absolutely savage.
So we're gonna get a part 3, guy. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate
6, 7, 8 months.
Bro, the pop again is gonna be at Royal Rumble, basically. That's the time frame again.
Yeah, you got to build it to Mania again.
Yeah, which you know what? For that to have been a year long, this match made me excited for a third one.
Yeah.
I did get a little. I mean, we can kind of progress to the middle of the match. I did get a little upset when they started spamming those finishers.
The rock bottom and the
rock bottom, the angle slam, and the pedigree.
So the angle slam makes sense to me because Angle picked Randy to win.
Yeah.
Angle
that makes sense.
To win. Angle picked Edge.
Edge. Excuse me. So that the angle slam makes sense. For him to have done the rock bottom, they had some history, but it felt like, hey, this is beating you over the head with it.
You know what would have been cool?
Yeah, I didn't understand why they were doing other people's moves, but okay.
I think it was too soon. But instead of rock bottom, if Edge hit the twist of fate, because him and Matt Hardy have that story.
Well, they don't want that. Have you seen Jeff? Did you see Jeff's logo? They completely changed it from the Hardy Boys one to just a JH.
No, that's what it was when he had his solo run. When Matt was in.
When he was solo run.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, like,
did he
talking about him? Sorry.
Did he go back to his old entrance music, or did he still using the Hardy Boys music? I didn't catch it. I forgot
Hardy Boy.
I really want them to go back to Jeff Hardy's old song, old intro.
Whisper, whatever in the wind or something, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. So that part did that not bug y'all that they were kicking out all these finishers? I know what they're going for, and like you didn't expect it to be a good pinfall. But
I think the false finishes is what excited me a little bit on this match, and at the end, like heading towards the end, was when the 2 RKOs, the two spears kicking out. I thought the ending sequence was really good. When he had him in that chokehold, and then Randy kicked him, and then it turned into that punt. that punt looked vicious as fuck, as hell
Yeah.
and how he
And I
edge
knew it. And
sold
I
it
knew
was
at
really
some
good.
point he was going to do that punt. I knew at some point he was going to do that.
It felt. I was seeing a bunch of comments afterwards. So how about that leg slap?
He did leg slap too.
100% he knew he was going to do that, which is great. It's so Randy to be like that. You know what I mean?
Do we want to now go into Raw, or do we want to pull up the ratings or the rankings?
I think we could pull up the rankings right quick as a little intermission. See how bad things went last night.
So so Monty and I, since we have two, we'll give him from how I have it written from top to bottom or bottom to top. We all picked Hardy or Sheamus. We all picked Jeff, so we got that one wrong.
Yeah.
Kristan picked Orton, so he has 3. We all picked Apollo Crews, so 4. He picked the Iconics. Nope. Braun, Asuka. Do we count the Asuka?
No, we don't because it was a double.
So
double
3,
count out.
and Drew. So 4 for Kristan, which means the 6. I have 1, Sasha Bailey, Braun, Drew. So 4. So I have 6 also. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 for Mr. Laredo.
Sasha Bailey made up for the Randy Orton pick that he made.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Elias with Apollo. You picked Iconics. So Braun and Drew. So you're at 6. We're all at 6, right?
Not me,
Moise.
because I was one ahead of y'all.
You had 3. So you have. Yeah. So
yeah, it was
Sasha,
3.
Oh, yeah. Sasha, Braun, Drew. Oh, Apollo. So 7 versus 6 on all of us.
7 for me, 6 for all y'all. All right.
Yeah.
That is the current rankings. If only we had known to pick the Street Profits versus the Ninjas.
I think we would have all got that wrong. You never bet against ninjas.
Never bet against the Ninjas. Yeah. Technically, they didn't lose or win. So.
All right.
Yeah. I have not yet watched Raw. So.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't get a chance to catch it.
Oh man. So are we gonna spoil this for y'all, or?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm good with that. Go for it.
Raw opened with Randy Orton coming out talking crap, and then Christian came out, and Christian was like, he's like, "Oh, you're just here to take Edge's spotlight again." Randy said this to Christian, and Christian's like, "I'm not here to take a spotlight. I'm here to tell you you're a son of a bitch." And Randy was like, "I know you want that one more match, and I know doctors won't clear you. So how about we have an unsanctioned match?" And this led to Christian not saying anything, just being quiet. Randy walked away and said, "You have till the end of the night to answer my challenge."
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's a good opener. That's hooked me already.
Oh, you're gonna mark out for the end too.
That's already hooked me. I'll tell you that.
So, and the fact of the matter that the promo that Randy threw out there was really captivating as well. It was just more. It wasn't just the fact that Christian came out. Orton came out there like literally. He's like he thanked Edge for putting him back into his legend killer mode.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's that. Then afterwards, we get a match between Angel Garza and Kevin Owens, in which Kevin Owens beat Angel Garza. Which basically led to more turmoil between
Angel and Andrade got one. Angel and Andrade, and then Zelina Vega just getting pissed off to the point where she's like, "We need to start working together," and just walking away.
That's kind of sad. I like Zelina Vega's faction.
I think they're gonna get together as a tag team, like an official tag team. I don't think they're gonna break them up. Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah,
I like Zelina
I think
Vega.
This match needed more. I think this match needed more time. I thought that the match itself was really good. I felt that I feel like Angel.
Spot. Yeah.
But I feel that Angel Garza and Kevin Owens work real well together. Odd pairing, but they work together good. Afterwards, we get a segment with Bobby Lashley basically telling Lana that he wants a divorce, basically blaming her for everything that happened the night before. And basically, I think it was a good way to actually finally separate Lana from Lashley.
Do they actually say they're going to do it?
Yeah.
So, which brings me to my next question.
Oh,
so, what
he called
I have a question.
Lana.
So
Wait, before you say this, he called Lana a thought.
Yeah, he did.
She's not a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's thought about, I'm sure.
All right, to your point, Ruslan.
I was just gonna ask, like, okay, if this is the case, then what the hell y'all gonna do with Lana then?
What I was about to say, what's Lana about to do?
We're getting there. You're about to.
We're getting there.
Ooh.
So,
she's Randy.
So then the Viking Raiders and Street Profits are in the back, and they're like, "How are we going to finish this contest?" Eric and Ivar are like, "We're going to have a chariot riding contest next week or something." I don't know. I'm mixing up the two promos. I'm just going to put it all as one promo. And so they go out. Akira Tozawa brings out the ninjas, and it's the Viking Profits versus the ninjas. Viking Profits win. Big Ninja steps in the ring. Everyone's scared. They huddle up, and Big Show's music hits.
What? Big Show?
And then the Big Ninja steps out of the ring and walks away with Tozawa.
Yeah.
Wait, who does?
The Big Ninja.
Big Ninja.
Hey, wait, real quick. Was Big Show was a heel last time he was on the show, right?
No,
because he was
a face.
Yeah.
No, because he was fighting. He was fighting against Drew after he won the championship.
Oh, I thought you meant before that, like the whole Samoa Joe and KO stuff. Yeah.
So face, heel, face again. Boom. Typical Big Show. Love it. Sorry.
So then it basically ends up in Big Show telling the Viking Profits to actually have an actual match next week, which led to that getting officially set for next week for the tag team titles.
And my favorite
afterwards
segment of the night. Can I take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Charlie interviewed Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like, Dominic is here. Austin Theory and Buddy Murphy are looking for him. He goes back to the ring. Rey Mysterio comes out on the Titantron, says, "Do not hurt my son. Your feud is with me," you know. And while he's talking to him, Seth Rollins gets on his knees and he's like, "You're a savior, you know, and I don't want to make your son the sacrifice. But if he doesn't understand my ways, then he's going to be the sacrifice." Dominic runs out through the audience, clotheslines him from the back. Austin and Blake Murphy come out, throws Blake Murphy out of the ring, jumps over Austin Theory, runs out through the crowd again.
Please tell me this wasn't. Please tell me it was good like you described it and not bad.
No, it was really good.
It was fine.
It looked really good.
Yeah,
because I've loved everything with Seth with this gimmick. I love this
thing. It was perfectly timed too. So it's like as he was saying that, Dominic snuck in there without being noticed, and then he just literally ran and just clotheslined Seth and just start pummeling him. And that's when Theory and Murphy came out, and they it was basically like a game of extreme tag. Like if you see that show with the extreme tag, it's basically like that, and Dominic just getting over one on them and just running off.
But I don't want to see Dominic wrestle.
So here's what I asked the guys before you got on. Does this mean Dominic Dijakovic is getting a name change?
Wait, it was Dijakovic?
No. This was Dominic, his son. But are you gonna have two Dominic on Raw? Because they said Dijakovic is more than likely going to Raw.
He would have to.
And then Vince just eventually takes out the Dominic from Dijakovic's name, like he always does.
Eventually Dijakovic. But he won't like that name. What's his nickname in NXT? Does he have a nickname?
No, his saying is "Feast Your Eyes."
Oh crap!
I think Dominic will probably change his name eventually
to Mysterio Jr. or something.
Something Mysterio.
Yeah,
but then
probably it'd be the new Rey Mysterio.
Does he put on a mask? No,
I don't think he'll put on a mask.
He looks good. He's a good-looking dude. I could see, and Vince is like really hitting for this Latino audience right now.
I would be right now. Hell yeah!
Right.
Okay, cool. That's a cool segment. Sorry to keep interrupting. Go ahead.
No worries. Afterwards, we get a match between the Iconics and Liv Morgan and Natalia, which basically the Iconics won, and they laid down the challenge to Sasha Banks and Bayley for a tag team title match. Afterwards, they didn't come to the ring, so which we'll get another segment involving Sasha Banks and Bayley and the Iconics later on. So that was a okay match. It was a filler match. It wasn't too much to talk about.
What there is to talk about is backstage. They show Natalya just talking to herself, like, why am I like helping out these younger wrestlers? I haven't focused on my own career. And then Angel, here's the thing, Angel, here's what's gonna catch you. Lana comes up and she's like, I put Bobby in front of me and I haven't focused on my own career. And they both just nod glancingly like they're about to become a tag team.
Good. Another women's tag team.
And Lana can use all the help she needs to,
I think
cover
it's
up
a
her
good
bad
pairing.
wrestling.
It's a good pairing because they're good friends outside of WWE. And she did Lana did get trained by Tyson.
Really?
Yeah. So
Tyson and Brian Kendrick, right?
Yeah, Tyson and Brian Kendrick trained Lana. That's how she got a little bit better in the ring when she actually did her in-ring stuff, because at the beginning she was horrible. But
Yes,
then
I gotta see.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that.
she's been training too, so I would love to see Lana back in the ring as a performer, not just a ballet. And pairing her up with Natalya, it just seems like a good move for them to do.
Also, I don't know if any of y'all saw it. Lana did the wipe me down TikTok challenge, and after the wipe, Rusev popped up, and then she wiped up again.
Those have been funny. I like the Will Smith one. Did you see that one?
No, who was in the Will Smith one?
Will Smith's like, I forgot I made this, and he's wiping, and then he wipes again, and it's from him in Men in Black.
Oh yeah, with the
Most of
little.
them.
And then he goes back again. He's like, "What the hell?" And he goes back, and then it's him with the flashing thing.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
Yeah. So it was a short match, but this next match was short, but I think it could have been longer. Apollo Crews defeated Shelton Benjamin via pinfall.
Before this, MVP told Apollo.
Roll up.
Before this, MVP told Apollo, "Don't be you can be a fighting champion, but be a smart fighting champion. I'll get you the matches you need. I'll get you more money." So he tried to recruit Apollo. Apollo said no. Shelton Benjamin put his foot on the ropes, got caught. Apollo rolled him up and grabbed the ropes to tease a heel turn.
Yeah,
I've been thinking it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
They're little by little they're working it up, and I'm loving how they're working this
So here's
one up.
the thing. I don't know how they're going to go forward with this, because after this match, there was a thing on Twitter where MVP approached Shelton Benjamin, and he's like, "You're better than this. Join me in Lastly." So he can't get both of them. He's like, "I can get you all the U.S. title opportunities you want."
I think Apollo will. I think they'll probably turn Apollo, and then they'll kick Shelton Benjamin out of the group.
And maybe Brock will return then.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm after.
So afterwards, we get a.
I don't think I want Brock in a tag team.
No, just Brock coming back and trying to get revenge for beating up Shelton Benjamin.
Knowing how WWE books it, that'll turn into a tag match.
Yeah. All right, so this one was,
and that if it went that way.
So this next segment was pretty entertaining. The build up to this segment, it was R-Truth and Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley and MVP. At first it was a winner take all. So basically, the 24/7 was and the WWE Championship was on the line, and then R-Truth swerved everybody. And then went to talk to management and then it turned it into the winner takes WWE Championship. It's basically pissing off Drew McIntyre in the whole back build up to it. The match itself.
Drew just like, wait, so if you get pinned, I lose my title? And he's like, yeah, I talked to management.
Yeah. So the match itself was pretty entertaining. It ended up with R-Truth distracting Bobby Lashley and getting him to hit the stairs, and then it turned to a Claiborne, and then to MVP, and then McIntyre tagged in R-Truth, and then did the splash, but kind of like Enzo and Cass did it, how Enzo jumped off, R-Truth jumped off, and then Drew McIntyre just basically flipped them down, like helped them down to get the splash. And that was the win, and then basically they celebrated
Samoa
afterwards,
Joe
which
had a
was pretty.
great line in this match. Samoa Joe's like, man, MVP's probably got a magnet on his face because he just keeps attracting those claymores.
That's funny.
I'm loving Samoa Joe's work on Raw.
Oh man, I love it too.
I can't wait till you get back in the ring though.
I really hope they don't treat him like Taz and just start transitioning him only to that.
Well,
Yeah, don't do that shit. It's Samoa Joe
injury prone right now, so they're trying to make sure he doesn't get injured.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But
Taz actually got transitioned because he got medically disqualified.
A neck injury, yeah.
No, yeah, I know, but that's what happened. Is he was an in-ring performer and then moved to commentary, kind of sooner than we wanted him to.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by that.
So this match was Asuka versus Nia Jax. Asuka defeated via pinfall for the Raw Women's Championship. This match was decent.
The ending was weird. So Nia pushed the referee. Asuka rolled up Nia, and there was a really quick count by the ref.
Yeah, the ref was about to disqualify Nia, and then basically, I guess, getting revenge for that, the ref fast counted the pin.
No, come on. Let Asuka win the...
I think this is going to lead to a last woman standing match.
I think so, too.
That's what it's looking like right now.
At this Asuka rate, better win. Asuka better win that. She's been booked so poorly since Becky left. You don't think so?
Yeah, I think you had her lose to Charlotte. Double count out to Nia. Yeah.
The finishes have been bad. I think the only the matches have been good. The Charlotte match was good. The match between her and Nia was this one was actually pretty decent. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't I feel that they just
so much better than that.
They just need to finish this program with Nia. I hate seeing this program with Nia. And it's not her fault. I think Nia just isn't a good. It's not at the level that Asuka's at. So
she's not.
So all right. So then we get to the main event of the night, which was pretty interesting. Basically, throughout the night, Ric Flair and the Big Show went back to try to get Christian not to actually face Randy in this match. And afterwards, he basically said, "Hey, I'm not going to allow Orton to disrespect me." And then he goes down to the match, and Flair comes down and basically says, "Hey, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." And then Christian tells him, "No, I have to do this." So the bell rang, and Ric Flair basically dropped down and gave him a low blow from behind and just walked off. As he walked off, Randy Orton gave him like the perfect punt to knock him out, like literally. And then the way he actually went into the pin, he basically started telling him, "Hey, you shouldn't have," like kind of trying to like make sure that he's okay, but at the same time he's like, "You shouldn't have come," like trying to like carefully put him in the position to pin him. And then he basically Orton just went off afterwards, just be like, "You shouldn't have come here. This story has nothing to do with you. You're stupid for coming," and just like. It basically, and afterwards he just called the people down to stretcher him out.
Yeah, and as he's getting stretchered out, the lights go black, and you see Dominic Dijakovic, Damian Priest, and Aleister Black standing behind Randy Orton, and all three attack him. And that's how Raw ends.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
So the lights go out. Okay, after he pinned them, the lights go out for like a quick second. Damian Priest, Aleister Black, and Dijakovic are right behind him. They didn't say Damian Priest or Dijakovic's name. All three attacked Randy, just laid him laying. Ric Flair's already gone, so you can't come defend him. And yeah, the show just ends.
So it ended with 2 debuts.
We don't know. There was no name.
Orton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I made all that up. But
Bullshitting.
I'm like,
No, it just ended with Randy walking.
with Christian being
just,
thrown out in the stretcher.
well, no, yeah, basically getting thrown out in the stretcher and Randy Orton walking beside him, like trying
Monty's mouth dropped. Like he was like, "Holy shit, Vince, what did you do?"
to. Oh shit, we forgot one segment before I forget. So between all that, Bailey and Sasha came out and basically we're celebrating Bailey's birthday because today is Bailey's birthday. So happy birthday,
hey,
Bailey!
happy birthday, Bailey. We love you. Call me.
I love you so much. But yeah, then the Iconics come out and they start talking mess, and Peyton Royce slapped the crap out of Sasha.
Sasha looked like a Sunkist bottle today.
Yeah.
She was wearing all orange and had blue hair like the blue cat. Yeah, she looked like a Sunkist bottle.
I'll have to check that out.
So afterwards, basically, Bailey got mad and accepted the challenge from the Iconics for the match.
And it teases more tension because now Sasha was like, "What the hell did you accept the match for?"
Yeah. So yeah, that was Raw in a nutshell.
Okay, so you got my ending and you got the real ending. Which ending intrigued you more?
Yours makes no sense. What is
yours
3-on-1 gonna do?
Randy, Ric Flair, and Triple H, bro. Evolution. Randy,
continue.
Did you watch the last ride? The last
no,
episode?
I didn't.
Dude, okay.
There's a spot in there. I won't say everything. I just want to talk about one spot because you said Triple H. He was talking about how the great ones never know really when it's time to go, because they're talking about how Undertaker was very undecided at a certain point, and Triple H was like basically saying he knew when he kind of had to go.
So if you haven't watched this documentary, they're on episode 4 now. Next week on the network. Next week, which is on Father's Day, the last episode comes out. So basically, it's all leading up to this year,
Mania match against
the match AJ. So, man, I've loved every episode that they've done with this. They like the whole thing with Goldberg. And the whole bad. No,
you got to pay him for that.
Yeah, paying for that. So. But
I feel like for Taker, you can call in or Skype or something.
Yeah,
you would think so.
You would think, but I don't know.
Bill don't work that way.
But even even in the first episode when you saw Bill backstage, like Bill was basically kissing Taker's feet, like he did the whole bow down, like. Honored to meet you, everything.
He's a new man.
Saudi Arabia money.
Yeah.
So
honestly, you know what? I honestly think he feels bad for it. Because Taker beats himself. I think so too. If you watch it, Taker's beating himself up over it.
Like so I wanna talk about this so bad because it's like so good.
We will do 2 episodes next week after it wraps up. We'll do one for that, and we'll do one for the following week. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, man, that's it in a nutshell. Thank you for joining us today's episode. Follow us on our social media handles. I am Mr. Laredo, Monty_Dollars with a smiley face. I don't know why he has a smiley face. Average Wrestle fan.
Oh, lies. Because, man, Thursday, my birthday.
Oh, yeah, it is Thursday. Thursday is Kristan's birthday.
And Average Wrestle fan for Angel.
Average Wrestle fan for Angel. And Moist H91. Leave down in the comments. Tell us what you thought about Backlash, what your opinion was, hit and misses. Tell us what you thought about Raw. Tell us what you think about this whole thing. So we'll be back Thursday or Friday.
Wait. You're cutting us off too early. We got to talk about what to look forward. NXT announced the women's tag title match with Shotzi and Tegan, which I hope Shotzi and Bailey destroyed him. And then we'll see what's going to go on with Adam Cole's belt. But AEW's got a pretty stacked show this week, correct?
Yeah, we've
Yes.
got Young Bucks versus the Super Bad Squad. Les Sex Gods versus the Best Friends for the number one contendership. I really wish.
Okay,
I
I
really
want to
wish
talk
they
about.
had mentioned it on TV. Let me finish, and then I know that's the thing we'll talk about. MJF versus Billy, which would be fun. We have Omega Page versus the Natural Nightmares, and then Cody's defending the TNT Championship, but they have not said who. Obviously, the big part of this card is that there's a number one contendership match for the Six Gods versus the Best Friends.
And Jericho and Jim Ross a couple of weeks ago made it slip that was going to be Phoenix this week.
Phoenix is still hurt.
Oh, so maybe it was just
they
an
had
actual slip of
they
the
had
tongue.
taped
And
they had
I want to
taped
know
that.
what Richard.
I'll say they had taped that when they didn't know he was going to be hurt or something like that. I think is what the report came out as. It could be wrong.
And I also want to know the retribution that's going to be given when Freshly Squeezed come back out from that whooping he took.
So
Jericho in an interview said he wants to face him at Friday Fest or somewhere down the line.
yeah. So the reason this match happened is all backstage. It was not brought up on TV. I'm sure they're going to talk about it during this episode. But basically, Trent and Chucky went to management to say we're willing to put our spot on the line against those guys because of what they did to Orange Cassidy.
Am I crazy for thinking Jericho's going to put him over and they're going to win?
But I think that'll happen. But the reason, quote unquote, Tony agreed to it is because Les Sex Gods are the only team to have to have not lost to Omega and Page.
I'm sorry. That's shitty booking.
I like it.
That's good booking
Right.
because there's at least reasons for it. I wish it had been mentioned.
I mean, I see the creative side of it. But
No. Because
logical.
you don't. Okay, all these backstage things, like we crap on WWE when they do shit like this. So it's like that was a backdoor shit that they should have done, and they should have announced officially before. Not Tony Khan shouldn't have to go on Twitter and ask and say this. Like they should have announced.
No,
it
but
before.
Elias, here's the thing. Okay, our version of Orange Cassidy is probably these two because they barely show up to tapings. So let's say Jericho and Sammy Guevara beat the hell out of them. Me and you would be like, "Yo, we'll put up our number one contender spot because they beat up our friends." We would do that.
No, the actual thing was that the only way that this match could happen was Jericho said that he wouldn't take the match unless they put up the titles, the number one contendership. It wasn't that they were willing to. Jericho said basically said either you give us the number one contender spot, and if not, this match is not going to happen.
And so they agreed. So yes, they were willing to do it to try and get their hands on them.
If the Best Friends lose, basically all the buildup that they had to.
They're not going to lose, Elias. This Wrestling 101. Jericho's going to put them over, or Orange Cassidy's going to walk out and distract Sammy. Something like that's going to happen. Orange Cassidy's going to beat Sammy, and then he'll get Jericho at Fighter Fest.
If the Lex Gods win this one, I'm going to be pissed because I really wanted to see the Best Friends versus Kenny Omega.
If that happens, then they're doing their job too. I'm gonna point that out to you, just like how you point out Britt Baker to Monty over here. If they win, then Jericho and Sammy are doing their job as heels to make you really want.
But at the same time, they kind of screwed. If they lose, they kind of screwed the Best Friends out of a title shot.
They didn't. That's the thing. They didn't. The Best Friends said okay to this.
Elias, if me and you looked like Trent and Chucky T, and these guys got beat up, we would want to fight the guys that beat them up. And if it meant putting our title on the line, we would. They're our best friends, right? Like that's the story.
I guess. I just thought it was. I think it's bullshit, but
I think that's
because I want to see. I think it's BS because I want to see this match. I want to see the Best Friends versus the tag team championships, and then actually get them. If they don't have this match, then basically because you got to think about it, they had a number one contenders match. They had a number one contenders match after they had one, and they put another tag team against Kenny and Hangman before they even got their title shot. So it's like now they're kind of like, all right, well,
The only thing that bothers me is
That makes
Dustin and
sense.
QT getting a match before anyone else.
No. But well, it in a way it makes sense only because the best friends were guaranteed the number one spot for a match at Fyter Fest. It's like saying I won
Was
Royal
it Fighter
Rumble.
Fest?
Yes, they said it was
Yeah.
for Fyter Fest. At that time, they had already said that. So for the Royal Rumble winner is guaranteed a match at WrestleMania. Mania is not the next pay per view after that. There still could be another winner for the title before that. We know it's usually not going to happen.
It happened with Asuka and
But-
Charlotte.
I'll say, but it has happened, and so you can make that part of the story. Oh, damn! I was preparing for these guys. Now it's this guy, which is kind of cool. It makes sense. You just gotta be okay with it, I guess.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with it. I just don't
I'm
like
happy. I'm excited for it.
I don't like Dustin and QT getting the spot, but I'm okay with Ali being on my TV.
You're gonna, yeah.
So,
No comment.
AEW Dark, they announced for AEW Dark
12
if
matches.
you want to watch Ali. Ali is going to be in action with Brandy, tag teaming with Brandy, going against two other girls. I forgot who, but yeah.
Why am I interested in that? I don't want to see Brandy wrestle. But I'm interested
because
in
of
that.
the tension between her and so for tomorrow on so tomorrow. Oh wait, that's today.
Tomorrow
That
on
was
Dark.
last week's.
Today on Dark.
Never mind.
So yeah,
For NXT,
I already went through that.
yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah, just Dark.
Yeah,
is
so
the only
all
thing we
right,
left
so
out.
that's it. That's it. We'll be back Thursday or Friday with another episode of Weekly Wrestling Heat. We'll be back covering tomorrow's action in AEW and NXT. Hopefully, both shows deliver.
never mind. Go ahead.
That is it.
All right, so officially follow us on Facebook, Weekly Wrestling Heat. Follow us on YouTube, Weekly Wrestling Heat. Comment down below. Want to give a shout out to everybody who's listening to us. And from Moise, Kristan, Angel, we're officially out. Peace.
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 Nice.